Okay, we're gonna give everybody a few minutes. We're a little bit early. We still have 2 minutes to 2 o'clock, so give everyone ample opportunity to join the webinar. And those of you who also joining us on
Okay,
YouTube,
we got
welcome to another webinar. Today's theme is Copilot and Planner, uh, AI Copilot in Microsoft Planner. So we will first, I'm going to go over a few slides just to kind of give you all an overview of what Planner is. I'm sure most of you know what it's all about, and then we'll get into the live demonstration of how Planner works. I should say how AI Copilot works in Planner. So why don't we go ahead? I think we still have, what, 1 minute left, but I guess we can get started with the slides. And as people trickle in, they'll be right in time for the demonstration. So Microsoft Copilot for Planner was launched almost at the same time as the new Planner was launched in 2024. Since then, there were quite a few advances, but at the core, one of the main features that they keep on improving and expanding on is, of course, an ability to automatically create plans, tasks. You could create summary emails. You could pretty much ask the Copilot anything and everything about your project. So the overall plan management and execution, you're definitely getting a lot of help from the Microsoft Copilot. And it is available not only in Planner, but also in a whole Microsoft suite of products. So it's fully integrated into the whole suite. And it is also integrated with Azure OpenAI and Azure AI Studio. And of course, the not, it is very hardened from security compliance, privacy standpoint. You're rest assured that your enterprise data and your inquiries are very secured running on this platform. So what can you expect, or what type of features can you realize by using the Copilot? You can define your goals, ask the Copilot to help you with that. You can organize the plans, you can create risks, and also create summary emails. And this particular slide actually sort of demonstrates how you can create bucket and tasks with Copilot. As you could see, by just simply typing in a chat, it populates your tasks in buckets right on the left. So here you go. All the tasks are populated. You can, of course, modify them as based on your needs. And here you can also create goals with Copilot. So as you can see, simply by typing set a few goals, the goals are generated automatically for you. You can also just ask any questions whatsoever about your plan. And this is where you could probably ask about the risks. You can also generate a summary email that you could share with your team. So it is robust, and there's other more advanced features that Alex may be able to cover with you in the live demonstration. So yeah, that's pretty much the intro. So without further ado, I'd like to stop sharing and turn this over to Alex, and he'll actually can get into a real live demo of the Copilot. Before I do that, few housekeeping items. Of course, if you don't already subscribe to our YouTube channel, please do so. You can also contact us directly. I'll leave all the information in the chat where you could watch all the replays of these live webinars. And any questions, please ask them in the Q&A or chat. We'll address them as they come up or at the end of the webinar. I think we have a question from Alex.
Hey, Yuri, can you make me a presenter so I can share it?
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
Hey, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate. We have quite a crowd today. Thanks for your interest, and hope we can answer some of your concerns or questions, or make it AI more accessible to you. It's definitely crawling through the space to all of us, and it crawled all the way up to the project management over here with Microsoft. Yuri, can you hear my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Yeah. So we kind of go through the fundamentals, and there's new release just recently came out. Right before. Basically, this is right before we were prepping for this webinar, which we will make another webinar, about that new release. But with what we already had for a while, we can already, we have enough content to go over. So I'd like to start with, and so here's my, environment where I can play around here, and I'm going to create a new plan. So here's I'm going to create a new plan. I'm going to use the premium with the Copilot preview available. So there's a new feature coming up, and the next webinar probably, or the following one of the following webinars will be about the new feature on the project agent. So here with the premium, we can still do quite a lot with that with the AI. Let me just go over some of this. Say I'm going to pull out our create this, and here on the right hand side we have this Copilot button available, right? And you can you probably see this across all the Office apps across the board, but here's specifically for the Copilot for the planner. We can basically say, hey, create tasks for this plan based on PMO solution implementation. You can make some mistakes. You'll kind of assume that will guess what you're trying to say. Then make leave it out there as it is. Best practices, and so now it's gonna scroll through its algorithm and come up with the PMO solution best practices. There you go. So sure, I create, and it also kind of tells you what it did, right? And sure, I create a task for the plan based on PMO solution implementation best practices. So it's my spelling here, and I can also undo here, or I can regenerate it. So if I regenerate this, it's going to create more tasks. It's probably not a good idea. But here's some of the helpful, undo over here. What also, and it does, and unfortunately, it's when you prep for these live demos, you deal with AI, and every time the answer may be a little bit different. So it's a little bit, there's a little bit of a unpredictability there. But usually, what it does is also create goals. No, but it didn't create goals for this. I'm gonna actually ask it to create a goal for this project, right? And I'm hoping that it's going to create those goals. I mean, I can come up with those goals myself, but obviously I can see what AI can go and do about it. So one interesting question that most likely will pop up is that how, is it sending this information out, to the internet? So a lot of this information is um, so the information we store, in the database, it's not shared. If I say would come and change some of these tasks to and make some specific names to these tasks, make some specific codes to these tasks. That information that I store here does not go outside to the in the open internet to make it created. But yeah, so no goals created here. There you go. But it would so whatever I have here stored, already, it's not gonna share across the internet. So I can ask also if I can make some durations down, and then maybe I can so interlink of all tasks. Not sure if it will do this, but it would. So we have this. The prompt kind of help that kind of tells us what it can do. Can create, can understand certain things, and can edit. You can add the subtask, to a task, and you can also ask questions like, "Give me a summary of this project plan." So right off the bat, you can see the benefit, right? If you're not, if you're just starting on a new project, you're not necessarily familiar with, what this project may be entailing, should consist. And it would come up with the list of basic tasks. We have planning, we have design phase, development phase, training phase, and testing phase, and the training, deployment. So while still thinking about the link in those tasks, I would just ask what are the possible risks for this project. So what it usually would do, it would look at the content of my tasks here, and would come up with a list of risks, right? Let's just see how, hopefully I'm doing it live, and it's a new project, new task were just created, and it's drafting content, applying finishing touches. While it's doing this, I'm going to create a new plan and show you this on a new plan as well. And then I come back to that one. So my tasks, my plans, new plan, construction of a new house. New house. I'm going to ask Copilot, create task for construction of a new house. And see to apply finishing touches. Okay. So yeah, we have the tasks here. Goals. Um, Create, what are the risks? Interesting. Another that just before we started the webinar, I was practicing with this, and it was creating all of it, and now it's not creating my risks. So let's see what it comes up with. Let's created the tasks for the house. So while it's doing this, I'm gonna switch quickly to another environment here where I have my other stuff that I want to show you. Which I'm going to show in here in Teams. Let me show you something in Teams. So here in the planner, where I have my plans, and I can create a new plan and make this plan a PMO solution rollout. In that environment, it's give me an issue. I have my new plan. Create tasks for this plan based on PMO. Create. What are the risks? And now it's giving me a list of risks that I can use and build my risk registry to create my risk log. And this environment, I can ask to create goals, create goals. So once you create goals, you can assign those tasks to those goals, and then see, which tasks needs to be completed to achieve certain goals, and that is kind of a shift a little bit from tasks and deliverables that we used to have, and use goals instead, and then track our goals. Yeah, the goals is a little bit more complicated. So if you have a goal, you can say, goal number one, and then you can add add tasks to this goal, and say I want these and these tasks are connected to that specific goal, and you can then track that goal for those tasks. So 9 times out of 10, the AI is capable of doing it on automatically, but the AI is still out there working on its efficiency. So what I did want to show you also is the how secure our content it can be working with AI by showing you this agent. So we have the as part of the organizational or enterprise effect of the PMO or solution to the PMO. We have this. There you go. We have the PPM 365, which is the Power App solution, allowing us to quickly roll up the projects and programs into portfolios and programs, and kind of add more metadata to it, make it a little bit more structured, have more process governance added to it. So here we have the list of programs, and we have a list of portfolios. So here with the agent, and this is the AI agent that is linked to the specific enterprise data. So it's not looking into the internet. It's only looking at what we have internally as organization. We have hundreds of projects. We have, few projects or tasks, assignments, resources, budgets. So it kind of, you can see, already have a lot of conversation already with it. But I would for the experiment just go ahead and put in the comment or in the chat or here, like, what question would you like to ask? So I'm gonna simply say list all portfolios, right? Portfolios, right? And what it would do, it would look into my portfolio. So in this case, I have my portfolios here, and it's answering me right now. Well, it is AI. There's nobody else on the other side. There's a computer on the other side. AI agent that is responding to that. So there are more than 30 portfolios in our position. Some notable includes associated with the rollout, marketing 24, and others, right? So I may say list all list programs, list the programs. I should be able to see some of the programs I have here, and I can ask basically any questions I can think of. I can ask, what is the budget for 2025? So now we have the marketing fall 2024, right? Office 365 rollout, CRM conversion and migration. So we have three programs, right? And I can say, list projects or the budgets. Let me ask this question. Say, what is the total budget for 2025 projects? I should have omitted the question mark. And it would look at my budgets across all projects. Or if I look at my projects, there'll be a list of the budgets, and I don't have the budgets listed here in this view, but it would. I don't have this. Well, there's also a sense of the security, so you may not have access to read from that piece of information. So this is how you can control. The financials are more sensitive, so you can control and mask it, and avoid people asking or getting the answers to specific questions, say about financials, but they can ask questions about what are my tasks? What are my tasks? For today, for this month, and it will crawl through tasks and whatnot, and it would come up and get me the answer. I'll just, while it's answering to this question, if I mouse over some of these, you would see that this is actually referencing specific items in the Dataverse, right? In the backend where I have my application. So this specific agent is targeting my PMO application. So here on the right side of my screen here, you see the PMO application, Power PPM or PPM 365. In this case, you have all of this information, projects, programs, tasks, you name it. So this agent is looking into those specific tables in the backend and drafting all the answers based on the information it could find from the data. Let me just ask about the budget, very specific, very simple questions. What is total budget? Interesting, because I was asking this question before and I had an answer. Then what I asked this question differently. Anyway, while I'm still playing with this, do we have any suggestions for the question or the questions overall?
No, there was one question about, so the AI agent can run on the both Planner and the Power Apps application.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So this is, yeah, you can run it as part of Teams. So I'm here. So the total budget for the organization is 11 million, and the other. So I do have it does roll up the information. Like here, for example, this project has its budget, and just go through all the projects. But yeah, you can run this within Teams, and this is more like collaborative part where you have your chats and you have your teams. You can have your chat here, and you can quickly get to a new chat and say who you want to talk to. But yeah, you can also run this within the Power App as well. I don't have a way to show it to you how, but yes.
And no other questions.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So that is basically all we wanted to cover. There's a lot of new agent, project agent related news coming up. So stay tuned, and we're happy to answer all of your questions. We're working with a lot of organizations, kind of making this all productive and practical for them. Obviously, AI is a little bit of a people are still playing, but you can ask things like status report. It will get you some good information. Ask to format this, for executive emails or things like that, and you can just use this more and more on your day-to-day communication as a project manager, as a PMO leader, and get the information quicker, get the right information quicker. Calculate certain KPIs. You can do that as well, and we're helping to make sure we can tune up those agents. We can tune up those responses to the most relevant responses to the most relevant issues that are out there. Well, if there are no more questions, thanks a lot.
No more questions. As always, if something comes to mind, please reach out to us directly. I left our email in the chat, or if you would like us to put together a personalized demo based on your specific use case, we could certainly do that. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, all the relevant links will be in the show notes. And if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so. I also left the link in the chat where you can view all the past webinars that we put together, all about the planner and PPM 365.
Was there a question? Do we know? Do you know when we can expect the PM agent in EU tenants? Good question. So it's been rolling out. As far as I know, as we speak, so probably sooner than later. I don't have a specific date, but we can definitely follow up with you when we have more information. Thanks, Mario, for the question. All right.
No other questions.
Sounds good. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you all.